Good morning. And what a morning it's been.
I would like to clear frustration. You guys, I've been on the phone for like 2 hours this morning already.
On the phone and off the phone and on the phone and off the phone and on the phone and off the phone.
It's crazy. You guys can probably relate, right? But like, like when you are a go-getter, right? And like you've got your shit together, right? Like you take action immediately, right? So I had to call a few places this morning, and it's like, it like, for one, you never get to speak with a person anymore. Like you speak with machines, right? And then it's like machines direct you, and then they hang up on you, and you wait in queue for like 30 minutes, right?
Right.
So that's why we woke up at 3:45. I'm like, I'm a call as soon as they open so that I can be the first person in line, right? But of course, what?
I'm going to start keeping tallies of how many times you say right. Keep going.
But literally, when it comes to life, you should always expect everything in life to take you 10 times as much longer as you would expect it, and it's going to be 10 times harder.
Right?
Right? Right.
Such a good filler word.
And for my inner circle people, just so you know, my internet on my phone, I don't know, is also being a little bitch today. I've taken your daily intention video at 5:30. It's 6:46 right now. Still uploading. This is the third trial.
I think it's the fourth. I tried it too.
So my apologies for it being super duper late.
Delayed.
Once you get to see it, it's going to be banging, special. But
it's going to go.
Here's the thing. I'm clearing frustration, but now I'm going to switch it around. And by the way, you guys should take notes on how we behave, because you guys should do these things too, right? Whenever you're frustrated with something, first you have to clear it out.
Don't take that as us being perfect.
Yeah.
But these are our ways to combat bullshit.
To center ourselves, right? So whenever like you're dealing with a frustration, clear it out, right? Like you have to talk about it, because otherwise it's going to go to your nervous system, and it's going to like eat you alive.
Make you nervous.
Yeah, and it sucks, right? So that's one. And after that, we turn it around and we ask ourselves what we're grateful for. So truthfully, I am grateful for the internet, even though the internet on my phone is being a little limited this morning. I'm grateful for it because, we can connect with you. And I'm grateful for all of the services, right? That though I'm not speaking with people, I'm speaking with machines that, are still helping me to sort out my shit. So gratitude. But that being said, let's say
welcome.
Good morning.
Welcome to the Erin Sarit network. There's only one station, and that's called Espresso. And there's only one show, and it's called Espresso with Erin and Sarit. Welcome.
I think it just uploaded Inner Circle. Oh, it's finishing up.
It's finishing up.
I think it just finished. You guys might see 3 videos from me today, and you're like, why is this bitch posting 3 videos of the same goddamn thing?
Okay, so guys,
I'm not sure. I'll look at it later, but I think we're good.
We hope you all had a wonderful weekend.
And congratulations for everybody who completed the Transformation Kickstarter Challenge. If you completed the Transformation Kickstarter Challenge, regardless of what happened, drop a comment. Let's see it. Drop a comment.
Say owned it. Owned it. Owned it.
Like I said before, in life, right? Like it doesn't matter whether you crushed it, whether you sucked at it, for as long as you showed up every single day, regardless of what happened in your life, drop a comment. We want to celebrate you, because like I said before, in life you should expect everything to be 10 times harder, and it's going to take you 10 times more effort than you thought it ever will. And that's why, and this leads to today's conversation, you should never expect anything to go perfectly. And I think that this is a reason why so many people struggle with regards to their fitness and weight loss journey, and journey of any kind, as a matter of fact, right? Because they expect it to be perfect. Look, for one, there's a difference between having high standards and between being perfect. And perfectionism is
made up.
It's made up.
It's made up.
It's made up. Basically, when somebody tells me I'm a perfectionist, I'm like, you fear failure. We gotta learn. How are we gonna learn in life? I lost my voice for a second. I've been on the phone all morning. Right? How are you gonna do it? You gotta fail up, fail forward. Go ahead.
Yeah, I've said before, like, as humans, we need purpose. And if we don't have purpose, we get depressed. That's the only option. Because your subconscious understands, like, why am I here? There needs to be a reason. And we're different from all other species in a sense that, like, we have, our brains are developed more to where we can understand, like, evolution. Like, we can understand, and as, like, a species evolve, like, within oneself. Right? Like, a turtle doesn't make a mistake and then learn from it and be like, oh, yeah, I shouldn't do that next time. Sergeant drinks too much water and then he throws it up every time. He doesn't learn from it. He does not learn from his mistakes. Right? He busted his back and had to be crated for like 6 weeks. And then he would go out and play like a monster again. He doesn't understand the concept of, like, consequence, right? Or failure, and then learning and growing and evolving as a being, right? We're the only species that do that. I believe as a primate.
And that's what makes us smarter.
But so much of that is underutilized. Like, how many times do people make the same mistake over and over and over again and then wonder, like, why they're not getting to where they want to be? Or even more people try to avoid the struggle in itself in hopes that it will keep them more comfortable. But if you're avoiding the struggle, you'd never give yourself an opportunity to get better. Mm-hmm. Right? If something bad happens and you choose to suppress it, not analyze it, not, like, reflect on it, then you're missing out on opportunity to learn and evolve and be better. So we run from things that are, like, painful, but the more you can learn to embrace the painful moments, the more opportunity you give yourself to learn, evolve, and become better and ascend. And we're talking about falling off the wagon. And this is where, when you're trying something new, understand, and a lot of what we do is new to you guys in regards to weight loss and fitness and health and wellness. This is a new way of thinking. And a lot of times, it takes a lot for you to trust that what we say is going to work. Because you're like, are you sure? That's it? That's all I have to do? And this then is a great segue to lead into why people so consistently fall off the wagon and how to not do that. How to avoid that. So what you said to me right before we started this, like, you said something about falling off the wagon, and then you followed that up with what?
You try to change everything at once, and that's why it's ineffective. And I'm just taking notes because I'm going to relate it to other areas of life so that you guys can really understand that even more. But for anybody who did the challenge, like you're going to like gain such a good understanding from it, because right in the challenge, right, like we focus on 14 different things, right? 14 different elements, you know, each one accounted for a different day, right? And we had you focus on one thing at a time, right?
I cannot help myself.
Uh-huh.
I challenge you the next time you want to say right,
Okay.
use a different filler word.
Okay.
Because it's driving me crazy.
All right. All
Okay,
right.
great.
I'm not even thinking about it, and now I'm probably gonna say it even more.
Right?
But look, this is how we level up, right? Constructive feedback.
Okay.
So shit. Now I'm gonna. Maybe I'm gonna pause a lot because now it's in my. I'm really thinking about it.
But this is how we challenge each other as well.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and I need to catch myself because I know that I say that word plenty.
No, I appreciate it. But this is how you get better, you guys. Constructive feedback, right? And that's why you have to surround yourself with people who are comfortable giving you constructive feedback.
Amen.
Why? Because this is how you get better.
Amen.
This is the time when I would say,
I know.
but I did it.
I know.
Okay, because now I'm thinking about
It's
it.
hard when you get passionate too because you just like start spewing and it just comes out every other word.
Yeah,
You'll get it. We're gonna get this.
Okay, so here's the thing. In the challenge, we had you focus on one thing over the span of one day, right? Because I said it, right?
You didn't say it. You didn't say
No.
it. Right is an okay thing to say when you're legitimately asking, am I right? Versus after every sentence saying
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. It's okay.
So, for one, when you are learning something, you have to take one step at a time, right? It's like, again, the analogy of the staircase, right? Let's say, look, transformation of any kind, be it physical, be it financial, be it relational, be it spiritual, right? It's a journey, right? And it's a climb. I'm gonna start telling myself this is gonna be the weirdest episode ever, you guys. I hope you're ready for it because this is a self growth opportunity for me.
Oh my God.
But
I'm thinking about these being on podcasts.
So-
and I'm like, nobody's gonna listen. Okay, oh my gosh.
So
We got this, team.
let's compare this to climbing the Empire State Building. It's got what, like 140 levels,
I don't even
probably
know.
like a couple thousand steps, right? I'm saying
It's
it on
okay.
purpose now,
It's okay.
and I'm extremely
Here,
self-conscious about it.
watch. Okay, at the end of every sentence, just pause. At the end of every sentence, just pause. This is great because Sarit preaches being intentional, and I want her to be intentional with her word structure.
Yes, this will make me a better speaker. 10 years from now, when we're speaking at big stages, you guys are going to be like, I remember the day when Erin gave her so much shit. I want you guys to start tallying me, okay? This is how we're going to make it fun.
We're
because
already
I know
at
you
like
guys are
40.
competitive.
Just put 40 tallies to start.
But, okay.
Okay.
So,
Let's
transformation
get
of
to
any
it.
kind, right? It's a climb. It's a climb, right? So let's say the Empire State Building is about 140 staircases.
Pause. Go.
There is a couple thousand steps that you have to climb. You're not gonna be able to reach the entire building, the top of the building, in one step, right?
It's okay. Go.
So in life, in the 21st century, what happened is that now we perceive everything to be like an elevator. The journey to be an elevator, In the sense that I enter the elevator, it takes me to the 125th story.
By the push of a button.
Maybe one of you guys can drop a comment and tell us actually how many stories the Empire State Building has. Just so that we can learn. I would actually love to know that because I'm going to use it in all of my analogies now.
But the push of a button, that's it.
With the push of a button. Boop. But what real life looks like is that, look, there's no elevator. You ain't got no shortcut. You gotta take the motherfucking staircase.
One step at a GD time.
Yes. It's gonna be 10 times harder and it's gonna take 10 times longer.
But it's more fulfilling. When you get to the top.
Absolutely, you sweat.
You get to the top, you're like, I made it.
You sweat, you're like, shit, I burned 200 calories.
Oh, there's 102.
No. Okay, I was pretty close.
Ta-da.
I knew it had over 100. I just didn't know how much. Okay, cool. So...
I learned something new.
Looking at it from the outside, transformation of any kind, right? Like whatever goal it is that you have. Thank you, guys, for anybody who's dropping comments. I really appreciate you being so engaged. I hope that you're tallying the number of times that I'm saying the word RIGHT. Right. Just kidding. But in order for you to reach the top of the mountain, the top of the climb, right, you have to gain the full experience in order to be able to understand what did you have to do in order to get there? What effort did you have to put in order to get there, right? And we talk about it on our money conversations too, right? Like nobody should ever strive to win the lottery, right? Or go to a casino, gamble thousands of dollars and hope that it will change their life. Why? Because if it's coming to you in a way that you haven't earned it, I mean, sure, winning the lottery, I guess, or even like winning a game of poker, yes, you did earn it. You did earn it, unless you're a pro poker player. That's a different story. That's your profession, right? But if you earned something by chance, what's going to end up happening is that you took the elevator, you didn't take the staircase, and therefore you won't be able to sustain what you need to sustain in order to keep on climbing up and stay there.
It's like the only way to the VIP 1% club party is to take the stairs. That's the only entry access. If you take the elevator, you're going to have to go back down the elevator to take the stairs to get to the VIP 1% club. If you keep taking the elevator being like, where's the entry? Yo.
But here's the beauty of it.
Then you're never going to get access. You have to earn that shit by taking each step. And you can't think, like, it is foolish to think you can jump to the top step from the bottom.
But here's the beauty of it, you guys. The beauty of it is when you reach the 102nd floor of the Empire State Building, for one, you can take the elevator down, and the next time that you're gonna have to get all the way up, now you have granted access to the elevator. Why? Because it's all about who you become in the process. You've already become, so now you got the golden key. You got the golden key.
There's a secret door on the elevator on the side.
And
wait, you go up the elevator and everybody tries to take this door, but you've earned a secret side passage door.
Yeah. And that is why I don't foresee myself gaining weight unless I get pregnant. When I say gaining weight, I mean
fat.
Like
the fat.
Dramatically, my body is gonna change, right? I mean, I probably won't be able to wear this shirt when I'm pregnant because it's gonna look
maybe. still going to be a crop.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. But if somebody was to tell me, Suri, you're going to gain 40 pounds, I'm going to be like, okay, fine, bring it on. Because I have all the habits, right? Like I have the rewiring of a fit and lean person. And therefore I know that I will bounce back fast.
From a pregnancy?
Yeah.
You gain 40 pounds? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like easily.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's all about, I'm telling myself, you guys, telling on myself, because it's about who you become in the process, and it's about the tools that you earn on your way up the staircase.
Each step has another tool that you can put into your toolbox or your belt or your bucket or your sack.
Now, I want to talk about the mechanics a little bit of why, if you're the kind of person who is like, but look, Sari, I'm in pain, like I'm uncomfortable, I don't like the way that I feel, things just need to change. What do I do? You're going to change one thing at a time. Here's why. For one, when you change a lot of things at once, and I'm going to compare this to medicine, you're never going to be able to identify the blind spots. So like if you go from eating like an asshole to doing intermittent fasting to starting to work out when you were completely inactive for a long period of time, to not drinking alcohol, to not having any more junk food, let's say you change all these things at once, you are going to assume that if you were to do it again, that when you do it, everything is going to have to change at once because that's what has worked for you. However, in order to identify the root of the problem, though you may want to achieve the results sooner, but we're like, hey, let's go a little bit slower, but we're going to gain all the knowledge that we need in order to make this compound, right? We're going to change one thing at a time. And that's why things like intermittent fasting and keto and blah, blah, blah limits you. It limits you. Yes, all of them have nutritional benefits. I'm going to tell you this right now. All of them have nutritional benefits, but people don't understand the context around it. And that is the problem. Carbs ain't your problem.
Carrots ain't your problem.
Not exercising for 10 hours a week ain't your problem. It's
taking a day off isn't your problem.
Right. And by the way, if you love wine, drinking wine is not your problem. It's the consistency or lack of thereof with regards to so many things. Nutrition, training, lifestyle. Most of it is mindset, by the way, because it's a game of discipline. Mm-hmm. How are you going to get up to the 102nd floor when you want to quit on the 20th one? Right? It's a game of discipline.
I want you to start making different tallies, and you have said it way more than that many times. I want you to start taking tallies of when you catch yourself and you don't say it. Those are the new tallies you make.
I don't get it.
So if you're about to say it and you catch yourself and you don't, you get a point. You get a tally point.
Oh, so
positive reinforcement.
She's giving me a reward.
Ooh, who wants points?
By the way, if my performance is sucking today, it's because not only do I have to channel what I have to say, but I also have like two crossroads going in. So I'm thinking about so many things at once. It's insane. Okay, so for one, the blind spots. You will never be able to identify the blind spots if you change so many things at once, right? So like, you know, let's compare it to medicine, for example. So with medicine...
Did you just get a tally?
No. Oh. So with medicine, let's say you're on a cocktail of medications
Gosh.
Before you start tapering off, they're going to taper you one at a time because the doctor wants to check the efficacy of how one thing works before testing the other. That's science, you guys. If you change everything at once, you're not going to be able to identify the efficacy or lack of thereof of the change in which you're creating. See where I'm going with that? So it's about making a shift, gaining an understanding, for better or for worse, and then fine-tuning it even more, right? It's just like a, how do you call this? A wrench?
A wrench.
Yeah, it's like the wrench.
Call this? I love how you talk. I really do.
It's all right.
I really
It's all right.
do.
I'm doing look, you guys, regardless, I'm doing my best and it's all good.
Look, you give so much value. It's so fun the way you say certain phrases. Like when you're telling me what somebody said to you, she'll be like, babe, Boogie wanted to tell me something, and he goes to me like, and then she'll say, instead of, okay, let's use a real person analogy, Joe. He goes to me like, Sarit, your hair looks awesome, rather than saying, he said my hair looks awesome. He goes to me like, and it's so cute. Don't stop. It's amazing.
Point 1, blind spots, okay? We compared it to medicine. Now, who in here is doing the burn zone? And what burn zone are you on? Now, what did we tell you guys after you complete level 1, 2, 3, and 4 of the burn zone? What did we tell you? We told you something. There's something afterwards.
Not everybody knows.
But somebody's gonna know.
Somebody's gonna know.
After you're done with the burn zone, you get an invite to a training club.
Invite only program.
Invite only private training club. Black belt.
Daisy's got it.
Badass fitness. Badass fitness.
Special group. Every group we have is a special group in its own way.
Now, here's the thing. The reason why we make it exclusive is because you need to acquire a significant set of tools in your fitness toolbox in order to be able to train effectively. This is why so many people who do CrossFit stop doing CrossFit, because they get injured. Why? Because they go from being a couch potato to thinking that they're the fittest person on earth. It doesn't work that way.
I saw that this is how it goes on ESPN. So this must be what I need to do.
Yeah.
0 to broken.
Yeah. Your shoulders have been here for years.
0.
And now you're doing shit here. That's heavy. No, dude, like it doesn't make any sense.
It's from 0 back to 0.
So you have to go through the steps in order to earn the step in which you're in. And that's what the burn zone is all about. It's about helping you to build a strong foundation, doing it in a very fun and safe way. If you're like, look, some people are like, look, my back is hurting me when they're doing burn zone 1. I'm like, shit, your core is way too weak for one. There's no way I'm gonna load you up with dumbbells. You need to earn the dumbbells. After you earn the dumbbells, then you earn higher impact to higher intensity. After that, we get more complex with kettlebells. After that, we do the really cool shit that everybody wants to do.
The sexy stuff that everybody wants to try to do first because it's sexy.
Yeah.
But the only people who can consistently do the sexy things are the ones who consistently do the not sexy things. And that is with everything in life. It is not sexy to focus on eating a certain number of veggies per day. But having a six-pack is. But people want a six-pack, and they don't follow the little steps along the way. Not everybody wants a six-pack. I realize that. Some people don't believe they can get it, so they say that would be nice.
That's where I was going. I think that deep down, most people would like a toned belly.
a toned belly doesn't mean like a shredded six-pack, like your six-pack. And to be
Right.
quite honest...
No, I'm saying a toned belly. Wouldn't you want a toned belly?
Where you can see some kind of lines somewhere,
But most
like on the
people,
sides
right, are stuck with their limiting beliefs. So they don't believe that they can get there. Of course, you don't believe it. There's no way in hell you're gonna do it. You don't put yourself in with the right group of people that's gonna push you. Absolutely, everybody will tell you, "Oh, honey," on a Monday morning, like everybody's having like a donut and muffin party. "Oh, honey, it's okay, just a bite." No, dude, like you don't get a body, don't get a badass body from eating bad shit. You don't. It's just it doesn't happen now.
You know when people say, "Oh, you look at you, you could eat whatever you want." I'm like, "Bitch, you think I got this way because I eat whatever I want? Have you seen what I can eat?"
You guys, if somebody ever told you you're fat or you're big bone or it's okay, this is me giving you permission right now. I'm giving you permission to have a badass body. I'm giving you permission.
In case you need it. I'm making noise over here because I have a question for them.
I can't believe you're gonna do that. But she's ridiculous.
I want to involve them in our life.
Yeah, you
and
are.
I think it will be really fun for you guys. Come on now. Oh, that's a good one too.
So
okay, we'll keep it to 3.
The burn zone is another analogy. I want, there's 66 people in the room right now. I want you guys all in our private training club. But you're gonna have to earn it. Right? Because we're gonna have to work through your blind spots and build a strong foundation. And there was something else that I was thinking about. Shiny objects have to be earned. And when you focus on shiny objects before you got yourself into a position where you can earn it, be it your car, be it your house, be it your bags, your shoes, your body,
Materials.
Anything, you gotta earn it.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go for it.
There are only so many things you can think about at one time. And there are only so many things you can focus on at one time. And when you're focused on one thing, it takes up space. And when you're taking up that space, and there's only so much space, you can't fit everything in at one time, right? If you have this much space and you're focusing on, let's say the magnitude or the volume of something that you're focusing on is 2 or 3 things that take up that entire amount of space, but there's other things that you want to focus on, but you can't because there's not enough space, okay? I almost just said right, and I said okay instead.
I got better. Unless you guys counted me, I feel like I got better.
You really did. And so if you're focused on the shiny object and it's taking up space, that shiny object is not a strategy. That shiny object is not a tool. That shiny object focusing on the outcome or the destination doesn't actually get you to the destination. It's just taking up space. Stop thinking about the destination. Stop thinking about the shiny object. Push it out and fill it in with something else that's actually going to help you make progress towards what you're working to achieve. And the shiny object, if you focus on the right things for long enough, will appear.
Amen to that. So I want you to think of it like a pipe, right? I just said it. That's okay. You have a pipe, a hose, right? So, whatever. Fuck off.
What?
All of you guys, fuck off. That's okay. I'm learning. See, but that's a part of improvement. You gotta fail. Look at me fail. How many times did I say that word today? But I think I'm improving. Why? Because I'm failing forward. So with the hose, there's only a certain diameter. So now, what if there is an influx of water, not the same pressure that you're used to getting that was to go through the pipe? What's going to happen to that pipe? It's going to burst. That's like trying to change everything at once. You become inconsistent when you focus on too many things. Why? Because you haven't gained a threshold. However, right, let's say that pipe is elastic, okay? And you have pressure and water goes through it, and over time you start increasing the pressure. What do you think is going to happen? That pipe is going to increase, and it's going to increase, and it's going to increase. And that is when you can expect yourself to put more on your plate. Once you've increased that threshold. And now, the only way to increase your threshold is by doing what? By being consistent.
I want to give him another analogy of what you just explained.
Sure.
How many of you know what this is?
You know what that is.
You know what that is. And you also know there's something about these. These motherfuckers start out nice and tight and small and strong, right? And the more you use it, the bigger and stretchier it gets, right? But you only stretch it to its capacity, but over time it becomes looser. If you were to just...
Wow, you actually did it.
Guess what? That's you focusing on too many things at one time. And every time, it's going to break. We have 1 billion of these. Now I get to use a new one.
You know, I got 2.
In case...
One
this happens.
is for double under day. Once you get to level 3, you will know what that is.
I'm going to get in... I need a new hair tie. Can I borrow one?
Yeah.
Give me the bad one. Give me the already stretched one. You know what? This is the
They're
better.
both-
This
they're
is the
now-
better one. You know why?
They're now both equally as stretched.
This is the better one because it has more experience.
Yes!
Boom. Thank you.
The only way for you to add more on your plate is to add experience. That is why your child probably can't eat as much as you can. Because its stomach is not as big as yours. Because it didn't have enough years to eat as much crap as you did. Just being honest. We should have an eat-off contest one time.
What does that mean?
How much food you can actually eat.
Oh my gosh.
Guaranteed, I can probably put
We can crush.
99% of y'all down.
I don't know if we can put them all down, but I know that we would impress every single one of them.
Yeah, for sure.
Can I ask my question?
Yeah.
Okay, guys. I was making a lot of noise earlier and Sarit was making fun of me. But you know what? I need to ask you a very important question. Okay, we have 3 options. And I need you to help me choose.
Well, do you want different help?
Okay, so I don't know if you guys know, one of the greatest inventions in the entire world is these stick-on nail things.
Shout out to
Shout out to Ashley for introducing us to them. But as you can see, my nails are bare and I don't want them to be anymore. So we have 3 choices, A, B, and C, and I need your help, okay? So here's A. Okay, good.
Okay, good.
Here's B. Can we see that? All right. And here is C.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Now I need to know which one you guys like the most. Okay.
I
so
know.
we can...
I will tell you what they will tell you.
Okay. Okay. How come? You don't know what she told me, but I want you to hear why she is making that. Wow! So far, there's a clear leader.
Wow. And I'm wrong.
That's amazing. I think my decision is clear. The winner is Van Gogh. we're gonna call it Van Gogh. And tomorrow you will see me. Oh, okay? Some of them are saying what you said, but I have to go with B because 1,000.
I said A. Oh, well, let me do my job.
You know what? I really want this one but I'm saving it for a special occasion. I don't know what, but it's a rainbow and it's amazing. So
if you would see the amount of
I also have
shits.
flamingos.
I can't.
Oh
I can't
my
look
gosh, we're gonna call this one the Dark Knight.
So here's the thing. Let's just do a quick recap, and then we want to go over some housekeeping. And you guys know that we're full of surprises, so we're going to keep on surprising y'all's asses. And that's why you guys have to keep on sticking around, so you can stick around for the surprises.
I do want
right.
I do want to say one thing, though. As I'm seeing different opinions come in, I want to point out, just this is completely off the topic, but opinions. And I remember when I used to be afraid to say my opinion because it exposed me to being different and maybe not being accepted because I'm like...
Did you see Lauren's comment?
B feels right, has the right vibes right now. Oh my gosh. Right?
Oh my gosh.
Okay, anyways... I want you all to know that every single one of your opinions is just that. It's no better or worse than anyone else. It's preference, and it's going to be different. So when somebody says definitely not C, and then somebody else says do C, like, it's just preference. It's all preference. Lauren, shut your mouth.
Right now.
I know, right? You know what?
Did anybody tally how many times I said right? Just wait till you watch me speak on stage. I will make sure that that word does not come out of my mouth. I'm going to treat it like the
Maybe
F word.
Intentionally.
The R word.
Maybe intentionally. What if you said, like, am I right?
I will.
Am I right?
I will say, do you guys agree? Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God.
For tonight's Inner Circle weekly call, can somebody can somebody nominate themselves to just tally up how many times I say that word, because I'm committed to work on it. Do you think it's going to happen overnight? No, I love it. I love it. I love it. Do you think it's going to happen overnight? No, because for me, it's a habit to say it. I'm looking for agreement from you guys by saying that word.
Right. I really mean
exactly.
It. Correct.
Exactly.
That is correct.
So
what movie is that from? That is correct.
You got to change one thing at a time. Stop trying to change it all at once. And if you tend to say, "Oh, I fell off the wagon," or blah blah blah. Yes, there's actually a lot of elements that make you fall off the wagon, but for people who fall off the wagon on a regular basis, chances are is that because you're just trying to do too much too soon. And I get it, you're a fucking go-getter, you have high standards, but hey, you also have to be humble enough to say, you know what? Because if you keep falling off the wagon, then you've got ways to go. We all have ways to go.
We all have things we can improve on.
But you have to build yourself higher up. You're still on the first floor. You got to get to the 102nd floor.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
I said it again.
That's okay.
So one thing at a time. Get to the second floor. Mm-hmm. Then get to the third floor. Then to the fourth.
Yep. Yep.
And then your pipeline is going to start increasing, so you'll be able to focus on more. That is exactly why people who set themselves up with new year, new me, blah, blah, blah bullshit. I mean, you guys have seen it. I wonder, and tomorrow we will have the numbers, how many people who actually sent Ashley their initial wait for the challenge have actually followed through to the end. You will see. You guys, we're going to show you real life stats so that you can learn from it. And see how people freaking fall off. Because they're like, today wasn't perfect, so I'm just going to give up. No, life doesn't work that way. Mm-hmm. Let's say you want your son to be a football player, right? Like first grade of playing football. Like jams his shoulder, something happens, They won't be able to play again till 4th grade. Maybe that decreases their chances of becoming pro. Are they going to stop playing? No, like you can't just stop playing. You got to play the game every day. Every day. In order to win more, you got to play more. Okay. Shall we get to housekeeping?
Yeah, and I want to say too that sometimes, and this is a perfect scenario, it's easier to find, I don't even want to call it a flaw. I believe we all have our own things and we all do our own things the way that we do them for a reason. And though they may not be ideal or the most efficient, they are part of us and our evolution. And sometimes it's easier to recognize something that somebody else does that they can improve on. But I want you to know too, and this goes also for weight loss. But in the instance, I called Sarit out on saying right. I also now, I have to check myself.
Practice what you preach.
And I have to say, are there things that you do regularly that make it more difficult for people to listen to you speak? Because we have massive goals. We want to speak on massive stages. We want to reach millions of people. Millions of people are going to get irritated if you say like all the time, if you say all the time, if you say right all the time, if you do any one thing too much to the point that it irritates somebody. So I have to check myself too. And with weight loss, it's easier to see where other people's opportunities for growth are.
Blind spots.
For instance, yeah, blind spots. For instance, somebody eating out a lot or constantly just snacking rather than eating meals, being very unintentional with their food, and to be like, oh, you do this. But first thing is to bring it back to you. What areas do I need to improve on based off of what I've seen? You don't always have to tell somebody what you think, what your opinion is about what they're doing. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is if you have that thought and you recognize something in somebody, turn it back to you and say, what can I recognize about myself that I may be doing in a similar area that I can improve on? Mm-hmm. Always just bring it back to you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We're all on a journey.
Now we can do housekeeping.
To go up.
To improve you.
Housekeeping! Knock, knock.
Housekeeping.
So,
I believe only one person answered my question as well in regards to what movie is that from, and it was Maddie, and the reason...
Wow, it wasn't Lauren.
And the reason that I remember Maddie's name is because in my head I said, Billy Maddie's son. I know a lot of you foos know the movie Billy Madison.
I've never even heard of it.
Well, you know who Adam Sandler is.
Mm-hmm.
So.
He's funny.
He is.
Okay, so again, congratulations for anybody who has fully completed the Transformation Kickstarter Challenge, regardless of what happened in your life over the past 14 days. This is a journey of progress, not perfection. If you showed up, you learned at least one thing. It doesn't matter what the scale says, though I can't wait to see some incredible numbers because, again, it's a byproduct. When you show up, it's a byproduct. Now, that byproduct does not show up equally for everybody, and that doesn't matter because you shouldn't compare yourself to anybody else but you. The only person that you need to compare yourself to is who you were yesterday and who you want to be tomorrow. That's it. Full stop. Exclamation mark.
Done.
Okay. Today, make sure to send in your final weight for anybody who has participated in the Transformation Kickstarter Challenge, okay? I don't care if you dropped 1 pound. I don't care if you dropped 2. I don't care if you dropped 20. Okay? Play the game. The game is not, it's not over till it's over. Right? Play the game. So remember, just make sure to send your weight after the 14 days to admin@improveyournutrition.com. If somebody on the team can please drop the link, that will be incredible.
The email address.
admin@improveyournutrition.com by 9 a.m. Pacific time. Okay, anything other than that?
That's in an hour and a half. You have an hour and a half.
Look, it's a life learning lesson, right? Like if you send it at 10, are we going to disregard it? Probably not, but follow instructions as you're given them. How you do anything is how you do everything when you are a high performer.
Thank you, Lori.
And if you're here to be a high performer. Okay, so be sure to follow the instructions.
What if you gained? Still send it, because those are the rules of the game.
Yeah.
You still got to play the game.
Yeah. Play the game. Play the game.
Yeah.
Right?
Our boy Mark Fleeg made an Instagram post a couple of days ago.
Did he?
And I loved it. It was so simple. It said the scale measures your weight, not your self-worth. And it doesn't matter.
I love him so much.
It honestly doesn't matter. Write the number down. It changes every dang day. It changes. So who cares?
Yep. I love it. One more thing. It is still not too late to join the Raw Transformation. Okay? Today, public registration begins. Mm-hmm. We're humbled and grateful to say that 85 of y'all are already in there. And it's the party is popping because we opened the Facebook page yesterday. And you guys are coming in like wildfires. It's amazing. If you're like, look, you know what? I know I should do it. Just do it. Okay, registration closes on Saturday because we do start next week. The train is going to leave.
And
are you going to be on it?
The earlier you get on the toot, the more time you have to be prepared. Yeah. You sign up last minute, which there will be plenty. It happens all the time. I believe yesterday was actually the highest registration count with 26 registrations.
Wow.
On the last day. It happens every time. I don't know why I'm surprised still, but I want you to be prepared. So if you are like thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it, now is the time to
don't wait till Saturday, right? Like give yourself enough time to like print out the materials, enter the Facebook group, give yourself a proper intro like you deserve it, like that GIF with the girl like skating. Yeah, but we're so stoked for you guys.
We're starting 1 week from today.
Yeah.
So the earlier you sign up, the earlier you get your materials, your success journal or the success manual and everything that you can start reading through and getting prepared for. And it's not one of those things where you have to get prepared like you're going to have to, meal prep everything and go grocery shopping and do all this stuff and whatever. Like we're going to guide you along the way. But the earlier you get everything, the more prepared you can be and the better you're going to feel going into it.
Yeah. And then one last thing, just because we are full of surprises. For one, there will be a first, second, and third place prize for the challenge. Remember that. So the reason why all of the measurements are due by today is because by end of day today, after crunching everybody's before and afters and whatnot, we'll be able to determine first, second, and third place with our lovely CHO, Ashley. And then tomorrow we will be announcing those places. Remember, first place is going to earn themselves the X Endurance in Motion pack along with a coaching call. Okay. Second place prize is going to earn themselves the X Endurance sample box along with a coaching call. Third place prize is going to earn themselves a dad shirt along with a coaching call. Okay, so winners are going to be, top 3 winners are going to be announced tomorrow. However, for as long as you showed up, you are a winner because you played the game.
I have a couple of questions to answer as well as comments to comment back on.
Yeah.
There are a couple people that said there's a lot to print. You're welcome, actually. Because I bet you if there weren't so many things, you'd be disappointed.
You guys always ask, what do I get? Now you know you get a shit ton.
And I'm not saying that you're complaining, but in the case that you are complaining, you're going to complain if there's not very many things. You're going to complain if you have to print a lot of things. So I'm not really sure. All I want to say is that I'm not sorry. Because there's a lot of amazing things. So as long as you find a way to get it, it's really not the end of the world. But then there was another question. I believe it was Rachel who asked, can we get swag? Yes, it's at erinandsarit.com.
erinandsarit.com. You can find the swag.
Oh, Priscilla posted it. Thank you.
Thank you, Priscilla. Also, since I know you guys are now used to seeing us at 9 a.m. and since the transformation, like we're finishing it up, right? With the transformation, you will get a chance to see us live this week at 9 a.m. Okay, today we're gonna go live to give you a reminder that, well, you need to send in your measurements if you haven't already. And we're just gonna give some shout outs to people who have already sent in their weights, just to recognize them because, hey, you put in the work and that's what matters. Okay, tomorrow we will be announcing the winner, not on the Q&A. We're gonna be announcing it at the 9 a.m. show. Okay, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, I don't know what's gonna happen. We don't even know. You're just gonna have to wait to find out. We keep on surprising ourselves as long as along as surprising you, because hey, life is full of surprises, for better or for worse. You never know what's gonna happen. So we're just preparing you for life, baby, and we're just trying to do it in a very fun, valuable, exciting way.
Amen.
So that being said, remember to keep pushing forward, build that momentum. Congratulations for everybody who has completed the Transformation Kickstarter Challenge. Congratulations for everybody who committed to taking themselves to the next level. If you're still considering and you haven't done so already, where do you want to be 9 weeks from now? The worst thing in life is regretting something that you haven't done. Just saying. So if you've been contemplating, just fucking do it. Because you don't know when your next opportunity is going to be. You really don't, because we don't. We don't know when we are going to put this on again. So hurry up, take action, create the change that you need in your life, and be a good human. You guys, we will see you tomorrow for Q&A day. There is a link. Any questions that you guys have, please, please, please be sure to ask them. No question is ever wrong. The worst question is the one that you never asked. Remember, you guys, you're awesome. Stay awesome. Play the game. It is Monday. Happy Momentum Builder Monday, and we will see you later today at 9 a.m. or tomorrow.
Bye.